is Bryan Insurance Agency, and we're going to continue talking to Sonia, live.
Good morning.
Hey. On Live 100.5. And, you know, it's amazing. We've been married for 31 years. She's worked at Bryan Insurance for 30 years.
32.
32 years, okay. 32 years. And the wild thing about it is that, you know, she's constantly telling me things that are going on in the insurance world. Mm-hmm. And she brings up and says, okay, here's something new that I never heard about. Here's another one.
Well, I thought this was crazy because I read these two stories the same day. Is that better?
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay, good. We had to show her the microphone.
A little adjustment here. But basically, these are two very recent stories, both having to do with repercussions of people who have things on the internet. One is a softball team that was supposed to play in the Junior League Softball World Series, and they were supposed to play in the championship game, and they got pulled and didn't even get to play because of online social media posts that they put about the competition.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
come on.
yeah,
Are you
so
serious?
that's, yeah. And,
So you can't trash your opponent online anymore?
well, I guess you can, but you better think twice before
You ever
do
think
it.
twice
Yeah.
about doing it?
And then the other one is much more serious, in my opinion, because this had a lawsuit attached to it, and it's a photographer in Dallas who had a business for many years, and because of a blog and social media post against her business, which was a wedding photography service, she was awarded $1.8 million from the couple that slandered her online.
So you go online, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the case may be, you slander somebody like this, you mention names, you mention businesses and stuff like that, you're opening yourself up to a huge can of worms.
You are. And, you know, I know that there's all kinds of services like Yelp and TripAdvisor that you can make posts on and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to play lawyer, of course, you know, but I think that reading the story about this photographer, they carried it way further than just making a post about her. They made it their business to shut her business down, and they did.
Wow.
So, but what I wanted to bring up to do with insurance is personal injury coverage in the internet age, and I'm talking on the personal side today and not the business side. There is an endorsement that you can include on your homeowner's policy or your renter's policy called personal injury. It is very inexpensive, and I recommend everybody have that on their policy, because if you are sued because of something that you've done in that nature, libel, slander, defamation of character, if you don't have that endorsement, you may as well just hire a lawyer. Now, I'm not saying that this endorsement would cover all of these things that, you know, these examples, but that's what this is designed to do, is cover libel, slander. And another thing is if your underage children do that and then you're sued as their parent, that's where your coverage will
Oh,
be
no,
if
I'll
you have
just
it.
disown him.
Well, yeah.
Sorry about my
Sorry,
child.
I don't know who that kid is.
Well, whose kids are these?
But the number of lawsuits are increasing 216% in the last 2 years of the lawsuits that are increasing because of that type of thing.
You know, everybody has an emotional moment, you know. And so what they do is they think going to, I guess, a Facebook or a Twitter or someplace like that they're going to solve their problem. But they're just causing bigger problems.
Right.
You need to step back and think about stuff when you have an emotional moment before you get out and do it, because if you don't have this endorsement on your policy, you can really mess your life up.
Yeah, and again, you know, I want to repeat, this endorsement may not cover it. This is what you need if you want a hope of having coverage, but the best thing to do is think about things before you post them. It's really easy, sitting at your house with your phone, just to type something, but really think about what you're saying. Make sure that you're not slandering, libeling another person, or doing something that can harm their character.
It's really wild to think about that you can you can use your homeowner's policy to help cover a problem like this.
Right. Your homeowner's policy is designed to cover the liability portion, of course, bodily injury, property damage that you might cause to somebody, but then there's this whole other personal injury section that is there, and again, I think it's probably the most expensive I've ever seen an endorsement. It's $40.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it is.
To keep yourself out of trouble, because, you know, I mean, Tim and I have never shot our mouth off of anything.
Never
you know.
texted anybody with frustration.
No, never done anything like that.
Uh-uh.
So, but you know, it's a good thing that that if folks have got that in case of a problem.
Right, and you know, like I say all the time, don't wait till after something's happened to find out if you have coverage. Find out, and this involves anything, your home, your auto, life insurance, health insurance, make sure you know what you have before something happens. That's the time to know.
What's your phone number so folks can get a hold of you? To ask.
You can call us at 549-2525. You can come see us, second floor, Sierra Bank Building, or visit us on the web at www.bryanins.com.
There you go, Sonia. Brian Insurance, bringing it today here on Y 100.5.